Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beverly. I do things planner related. If you're new here, welcome to the hot mess. And if you're coming back, you're used to it. So, in hot mess fashion, I did film my 2025 setup. Now, it was so discombobulated and my brain was so ADD. It was confusing me. I can't imagine that it wouldn't confuse y'all. So I did set it up, and I'm going to do a flip through of how it ended up looking. Now, I'm going to say a couple of things. This is my caveat for 2025. The binder, I don't know. Am I going to stay in this color? I want to for going into January. If I change my mind, it just is what it is. I also give the caveat that it'll either be Franklin Covey Compact or Personal Rings. Either way, the setup is going to be the same. I have everything printed in Personal too, so there really will be no, the setup is the same, the planning is the same. The size just may change, and it's still going to be Personal Rings. It's just the size of the insert that may change a little bit. So, yeah. So besides that, this is the plan for 2025. I do have a work planner. I put that video up. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. It was a sort of a kitchen sink situation. I just threw stuff at the wall. We'll see what sticks. And if any of it sticks, or I decide, that I don't need it, I will update y'all as appropriately. And if I can, I'll do a flip of that maybe at the end of January and see how that is going. If I can share it, if I have the ability due to privacy, can share it, okay? Or I'll share what I can. Okay, so let's do this. Yes, I'm still drinking out of my Santa cup. Even though I'm ready to take all my Christmas decorations down. And I'm going to take them partial down today. It's Friday. And then I'm going to take the rest of them down on Sunday. I am a person that decorates on November 1st. I love decorating for Christmas, but after 2 months, the clutter starts to nag at my brain, and I can't. And the new year, I like to start it with a clean slate and a clean house. All right, so let's see what we have for 2025, shall we? I'm going to be honest. Some stuff may not stick, but I'm not holding myself to anything. On here, I'm very big about not making promises. There's no telling what I'll end up doing, but this is the plan so far, okay? And it's super thin because I have no deco in here. I took out almost all my pictures and everything. I think I want to do something different. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. Or maybe I'll just, because my planner has been so cluttered through November and December because we have been so busy, maybe I'll just enjoy the cleanliness for a little while and the simple setup. I'm not sure, but I did a little pretty in the front. This is a card dashboard from a planner that was on clearance at Hobby Lobby that I paid like $10 for. And I just cut it down to stick in this top envelope. This is a Gen X bookmark from Southern Belle Plans that I had made planning with Kay. My Wicked gift card from Starbucks. And then this is just a quote card I got from Disney Springs, one of their stores. Okay. This is my 2024... my tarot that I carry everywhere. This is J Creatives, and then this is, I'm not sure, somebody sent it to me. So I'm going to put this here because I like how that looks. Yeah. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right, so my 2024 will stay in here until next year, or until, 2025. I only have one more to highlight on the back and then put a sticker on it and it'll go away. I did the same thing for 2025. It's the yearly overview from Plan with B, and then her holidays on the back. I went for the flowers again. And these written in days are days that I already have planned off. And then, yeah, so I just needed some way to keep track of them that wasn't on the sticky. This will go away. All right. This is going to be my monthly check-off. I have been doing a monthly check-off every month on Peanuts Planner Co.'s freebie Post-its. I printed them off at the beginning of the year, and I've used all of them. This is going to serve as that. All of these trackers are Peanuts Planner Co., by the way. Unless I say different, it's Peanuts Planner Co. So I will decorate each month with a little bit of washi, whatever, do something, and then I'll mark it off. Instead of doing a monthly Post-it note, I'm just going to do that instead. It helps me keep time. I'm going to be honest. This helps me keep time because it can be the 15th before I know it, or it can be like July before I know it. I have no sense of time. So this actually helps. This is going to be my no-buy. This is one of the things that I'm tracking that I am going to use. If you watched my goal planner, this is one of the things I'm tracking. Then I'm going to use my percentages to get me to the end of the year. And I'm going to do it all on here. I'll add it up at the end of the year, put the percentage that I did no-buy through the month, and work from there. This is going to keep track of my meals. So each month I'm going to put in what we ate, or each day I'm going to put in what we ate. And then I will go back and at the end of the week say, was that a meal we planned and ate? Was it a meal we didn't plan and eat? And then did we go out to eat? So I want to keep track of that, because if I'm planning for it and buying the ingredients for it, but we're not actually eating it, I need to stop that because that has been a habit this year. So we're going to see if we can narrow down our grocery budget. My books, there's a little line. It's going to say K, P, or A. K for Kindle Unlimited, P for Purchased, and A for Audible. And then the name of the book and how long it takes me. I'm going to, I want to do 4 books a month minimum, or a book a week, or 2 books in 1 week, whatever. I want to read a minimum of 4 books a month. That's my goal. So we'll see how it gets done. So I want to read like 52 books a year. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. But I want to see how long it's taken me to read a book, because I'm really bad about, I'll binge all 4 books in 3 days and then I'll have these big gaps. So I really want to read 30 minutes every day. That's my goal. So to either drag them out or read more. Social media, I divided this line here. It's a monthly tracker. So I divided it in half. Any day that I post on YouTube or Insta, I'll check off. I'll keep track of my subs on each one here, and then any income I have come in will be from there. Working out, days I work out, it'll say W or M, so workout or move, whatever it is. I want to move 6 days a week, be that working out or just like taking a walk or a small like yoga session, something that is going to get me moving. I want to do something every day. I don't care what that is, 10,000 steps, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just want to move every day, 6 days a week. Sundays are going to be my rest days, so I'm not worried about that. On the back, I will put what I did for either movement or workout, and that will go here. Okay. This is my check registry for my bank account. I'm going to keep track of it. That's all I'm doing here. Keeping track of my bills. I'm going to fill this in every day, make sure it's up to date. That's the plan. I am doing cash budgeting this year, and I'll get into that, but this is going to be just my check registry for just my checking account. And this is a freebie from Plan with B. I just want to make sure it sticks. And yeah, this is my daily gratitude. I just want to put something positive every day. I don't care if it's what we did. I don't care if it's a quote. I don't care if it's an affirmation. I want something positive on the paper every day. That's the plan. I'm trying to change my mindset, so that's going to help. These are the things I'm tracking. Now, these are like, these can be just that I filled out my check registry, that I tracked my food, I did my gratitude. So those things, you know, are just, this section here shouldn't take me more than 5-10 minutes a day. And I want to devote that time to my planning. Now, do I care greatly about everything? No. But I want the information somewhere so that it can give me some feedback on how it's going. These that I have highlighted here are what I'm using for my percentage to help guide me to getting better. So did I get up at 4:30 and not use my phone in the morning 60% of the time this first quarter? So I can build on those habits. I'm not trying to be a new person. I'm not saying I have to do these things every day. Some of these things aren't everyday things. Sometimes they're once a week things. But I really want this information somewhere so that I can see if I'm sticking to the routines I'm trying to build. I have said over and over, my ADD is bad. If it does not have a dopamine response, I have a tendency to not do it. I also have a tendency to hack my ADD for, like, if I can get on a cleaning wave and get manic about it, I will clean my entire house in like a day. But I need to build consistent routines to do that so I don't burn myself out. I'm trying to get consistent routines in my life so that I can delineate between my work and home, because I work from home and my job is fixing to change. So I'll be working from home like 4 days a week, or maybe more than that. I'm not sure. There's going to be some travel involved, but I'm not sure what that's going to look like. But I want to start delineating and building routines for my mental health that I'm not stuck in my office all day. I need to start like taking my breaks. I need to start taking my lunches. I need to start like building healthy routines in my life around non-dopamine things so that I'm not burning myself out, but I'm getting stuff done and I'm being a responsible adult. I hope that makes sense. That's the best that I can describe it. Okay, this is just my daily check off in my reading tracker for this month, which I have read 4 books this weekend since last week. So, like I said, and I started on my 5th, so it's just, I need to get better at doing it. I need to build a habit around it, not just binge it. That doesn't mean you can't be a binger. I personally want to read every day for my mental health. It helps me. It really does. I feel better when I read because I have that brain break. Okay. My brain isn't running trying to think of things I need to be doing. All right, so this is just my master inbox. That's going to stay the same. Some checklists, some grid, some Stalogy paper. I cleaned all this out. I still have some stuff I want to print. I cleaned all this out of all my Christmas stuff in the other 1.5 hour long video. That was so freaking crazy. But I cleaned that all out, so we're going to see how that does. This is going to be like my vision board for the year. My word of the year is intention. I determined to act in a certain way, or an aim, or a plan. That is my goal. I want to be more intentional with my movement, with my mental health. I want to be proactive, not reactive. So I want to, that's why I'm so hell-bent on on setting healthy goals, healthy boundaries, healthy routines around my life. So this is my goal for 2025. These are my habit flags that I used last year and I got out of using. I'm going to give them back. These are kind of routine / things I want to use my habit flags for. Not all of this is on a habit flag actually, but it's kind of things I want to do, or this is kind of an ideal routine for me so I can go back and reference it. Yeah, so there's habits on here that aren't here that really don't need a flag. Like my rest day really doesn't need a flag. And then there's habits on the flags that I really don't need to keep here because it's just things I automatically do. I hope that makes sense. But to me, they don't need to coincide completely. It's fine. I know what I'm doing and what I'm not. So like I have a flag for my CGM, my continuous glucose monitor. But I don't really need that on my habit list. It's every 2 weeks. It's just a reminder, hey, this is going to go out on this day. So it's kind of like that kind of thing. So anyway, this is my monthly to-do list. I'm going to go through here, kind of get, there's a couple of things I can mark off. So I'll go through here, process all of this. Anyway, I'll process all of this when it's over. I still have a week. I still have a couple of days, you know. So this is what December is looking like. In the previous video, I did go through, I did it off camera though, because there's some stuff I just didn't want to do on camera because I needed to concentrate. Like I said, my ADD was really bad. So I was kind of bouncing all over the place, and the video was just crap. But I went through, I made sure everything was processed. Everything that was on here has been put onto months if it was some kind of event. I'll go through at the end of this week, make sure everything from this week is on that monthly. And yeah, I went through and processed all of my, so as I went through Christmas, I made some things that I need and don't need for next year. I'm going to put this on like a little list and put it in my side binder to kind of hold me a list until next Christmas. So I highly recommend that. Review your Christmas now, what you needed that you didn't have and what you have in storage for next year that you don't need to buy. Like mine was no tape, no tags, no paper. I have plenty. But I need more kid paper, and I needed some scissors because all of mine are gone. And my granddaughter's stocking name tag fell and broke, and I have to replace that. So, but anyway, so I highly suggest you do that now while it's still fresh in your brain. So these are my dailies for December. These have all been processed. I'll go through what from today on at the end of this week. Make sure I have everything, and then yeah. So all my dailies are in here. Like I said, I made sure everything here was on my weeks. Everything on my weeks is on my months. It's all good to go. This is things I need to get done for the party tomorrow. And things I've thought of last night. Things that get done tomorrow for the party. And then Sunday. All right. So this goes into 2025. This is Southern Belle Plans. This is one of her dashboards. My ink smeared, but it's fine. I have the weeks, the dates of the week here on things that need to get done. So on certain days, my weeks, my months are, and I already had these and I wasn't going to reprint them. So my months are Plan with B, her undated monthly. I like that it's five boxes. She uses the whole page, not just part of the page. I like that it's lined to keep me in order. So yeah, I made the front just like the ones I have now so I can index. This is Peanuts Planner Code checklist that I just put on the front. It's a freebie from her. And then on the back I left blank so that I can memory keep with pictures and stuff, and that's what I'll archive. And then I have February and March. This is my adulting tags, habit flags. I just updated it, put the last time I did something, so I have reference going into January, and I don't have to carry both with me. And I could just start, you know, the next month. I updated all of those. This is an updated grocery list, an updated top meals list, a blank recipes I want to try list, a trigger list for Trader Joe's, and IKEA and Sam's, like different stores. So when I'm in there, I can look at it and say, hey, do I need any of this stuff? So for meals, I'm going to plan a month at a time. I went and printed Noelia over at My Moxie Dreams, her meals planner. It's undated, so I just put the dates, and then I have February on the back, so I get 2 months out of it. If this sticks, you know, maybe I'll figure something else out, but right now this is the plan. I have thought of actually not doing this so I don't print it anymore and using another one of these. We'll see, because this is what I actually ate, and then I could do it for what I plan to eat for the plan for the month too, which would be fine, and then I would only have to print it once, which sounds more appealing now that I've said it. So we'll see. We'll see if this sticks. This may end up being one of those. It's fine. This is Mama Gracie Plans. This is her bookshelf that she has. I'm just going to highlight each month. It's going to be a different color. I'll write the month down here and put the highlighter over it so I know which month is what, how many books I did. This has like, I think I counted it last year, like 80 books or something. I'm never going to read that many books. So this will be fine for 2025. I'm going to put 2025 there. And then I want to get a book vellum put on the back and kind of attach it to that to kind of reinforce it and cover up this blank, but I haven't found one I like yet. All right. The books that I read are going to go here. I'll print them out on my Canon Ivy like I did last year. It'll have a star rating, 1 through 5, and it'll have a smut rating using exclamation points, 1 through 5. So I read smut. Or it'll have DNF to it or whatever. And then it'll also have, if it was a purchased book, an Audible book, or a Kindle Unlimited book, over to the side. They'll be just, and it doesn't have to be fancy. I'm just going to put it here. This is my current purchased list from on my Kindle. These are all the books I purchased. I'm not going to lie. I sat through the Stuff Your Kindle and added a bunch last night because yesterday was Stuff Your Kindle for romance. You get free books. I added a shit ton. I probably will need both of these to put them all on there. So I'm going to need some more. I need one for Audible at least. And then I do have these are a few things that I want to get moved over, so that are still unpersonable. So this is Audible, and it tells me, you know, the name of it, how many hours it is, and, you know, I'll check it off once I'm done with it. These are different authors that I own a lot of their books. I read pretty much everything they put out. So these are all the worlds, like the series worlds. So I want to get those put over into Franklin Covey Compact too. So I'll need a couple of more of these. She only has them in personal, so I just printed them at 105%. I think I could probably go up to like 106, 107, because I don't need the TBR list at the top. I need this to be bigger, and well, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I just printed Franklin Covey Compact size, so it's a little, you know, I blank on the sides. To watch list, I already caught that up. This is add to planner. This is going to be my add to planner list. I just need to add a title. This is my Peanuts Planner Co. insert, her new insert list. I have the old one over here. And then I need to put that on there. I have some other personal I think I've bought since I've updated this one. And I need to add all the Franklin Covey Compact that I have bought. Yeah, so I want to do that. But that's not a priority. My social media planner is going to go here. I'm just going to put the name of the video that I plan to put up. And then if it goes up, I'll highlight it. And if it's marked through, I'll try to reschedule it or whatever. But this is the plan for social media, because I want to be more intentional. I just have some pages here, some blank, oh, my nose itches, Stalogy pages, because I want to just make some notes for YouTube videos in case I want to make some notes. My fitness thing, I just need to get my measurements. This is going to be my workout planner. It's Peanuts Planner Co. 4 weeks per page. That'll give me plenty to do, and I'll write out what either the name of the video or what I'm going to be doing for workouts. And so this brings me to, that's not going to be complicated. I don't want to complicate it. I tried to do some simpler stuff. This is going to be my finance section. I have one of these. This is Plan with Bees account register. I can't remember if these were free or if I bought these. I have no idea. You'll have to look. But it's just on a Post-it. And this will be for my cash spending. So what I have done with my bills is I've taken all my bills that I pay for the month. I've divided them by 4, so I know how much I need to take out of each check. I leave a little room, I leave room for buffer, but I also, what I have budgeted for like groceries, household, all that, I take and I have put on like a cash card because I hate carrying cash. I'm just not one of those people. And a lot of stuff I do online. So like I Walmart order my groceries from Walmart for delivery because 1, we're busy, and 2, it keeps me from going in Walmart and spending freaking money. So it has paid for itself over and over again. But anyway, so this will be just my cash spending. So I've taken all my bills, divided it by 4. I know how much I have to take out of my check, each check, because we get lucky enough to get paid week. I get paid, my husband gets paid. I get paid, my husband gets paid. So anything that's left over at the month in my checking account or on my cash card goes to debt. And then in a quarter, because I've divided it by 4, there's 13 checks in a quarter because we do get paid every week. So all of that will go to debt. Any extra money we get goes to debt. Any, you know, because I'm telling you, those student loans are no joke, especially when you went all the way up. So they told me to value an education. They did not tell me how much that education would cost me. So anyway, there's 2 things that I'm going to carry on the weekly basis. And now over in my, I have a little booklet. Hold on. I'll show it to you. Then I'm going to keep my monthly finances in. That's going to be over here. This is just a monthly update. I don't need to carry this stuff with me all the time. I have a list. Let me see. All right. So I have this, and this is the January through June, okay? This is a tracker from Peanuts Planner Co. On the back is the other 6 months. So I have categories that I frequently buy out of that I want to keep track of that are overspends for me. So I want to keep track of those monthly. So I have it over here. I don't really need to carry it with me. Now, for like my bills, I took one of these. I put like what the date is, what the bill is. I went back 3 months and I put an average of that bill, like my light bill, my water bill, things like that. Bills I say are like home expenses. I also included like my car and his truck and our boat, because those are big things that'll get paid off later. Once I get through all the little stuff like, you know, consumer debt and student loans, which, oh God. Anyway, I included all that. So if it had a balance, I put the balance. If it had a percentage, like it was a loan, like our house, that's, you know, the last thing we're going to pay off, I put that. I put, like I said, the average, and then I put what was in the budgeted, what was included in the amount of money I took out every month and divided by 4, right? And then I'm going to put the actual cost of that. On the notes over here, I put any passwords, count numbers, things like that over here, so that I have that information. I did the same thing with like our credit cards for like our Home Depot, because we had to buy a new washing machine, you know, things like that. That I'm trying to get rid of too. I did a separate one of those, and I put the date, the balance, the name, the minimum, that kind of thing. So it's my hope that when I can see it on paper, that it'll, you know, I can start throwing money at it, it'll come down. That's my hope. And for like my Home Depot or whatever credit card, I did the Home Depot information here, and then I put like what the balance is right now, and then for January I'll put the payment and then the balance, the payment for February, balance, payment for March, balance. So I did that for each one, and then yeah, so I'll be able to keep those balances every month. So I'm hoping with looking at it, I'll be able to keep track of it. I also have in here like just a checklist, plain Peanuts Planner Co. checklist. It has the loan, any loans we have outstanding. I have the loan, the percentage, and then the balance. So I have a total debt, that how much I want to get paid off. And I keep all that information too. I don't reference it every day, but like I wanted a starting point, and I kept all that information. That all is going to just sit in here, and this is going to be my little finance binder. I don't need it to be fancy. Now for my week-to-week planning, I'm going to use 2 things, okay? I'm going to use this. This is a Peanuts Planner Co. monthly tracker. It goes, oh no, sorry, weekly tracker. It goes 1 through 26 on the front, and then the rest on the back. I put a 100 to 3,300, so I will put whatever that week's income is. I want to put whatever our bills are, so that's anything that's not like our cash budgeted spending is going to go on here, and then I want to put what our cash budgeted spending is. I'm also thinking of putting any extra debt, but that's not going to be like a weekly thing. That's going to be a monthly thing. So I may do that. It just may look different. I'm going to wait and see how this kind of fleshes out. But I know Kokuyo Paper has one, but I wanted a bigger one. I can't see those small little boxes. I needed a bigger one that I could see. My sight impairment can see this. So I had to figure that out, but we're just going to do it just like that. I think it'll be simple. Here, I'm going to keep, this is one of Peanuts Planner Co.'s monthly recurring tasks. This was January through December. I drew an extra one because there's 13 weeks in a quarter. I put the dates at the top, and this will be the category. So this will be my variable spending each week in those categories that I showed you earlier that I'm also going to track monthly. I'm going to take all this and put it on the month. So this will keep my weekly, and I can keep, this is half a year on one little sheet of paper, so it's easy to do. And then that way I don't have to carry around that monthly one. I want something I could keep weekly and work this out. And then I'll put the total at the bottom, and that will get tracked on here. I thought of using her budget, but I wanted something I could use a long time, not have to print out monthly. I'm trying to do more like 6 months, a year, whatever, a quarter, somehow not printing out things every month, maybe just my weeks every month, because my dailies are always blank pages. So maybe just the weeks per month I can print out, and that's going to be helpful for people that do rings. And one thing people always complain about rings is that you know, they have to print. Well, I'm trying to not print. If this works out this month, I will print these like 3 months worth. I didn't print out all of these, but some of this is like testing. So I didn't want to print out a bunch and then not use it. So I printed out a page worth of those, and we'll see how it goes. If this works out, I will print out, you know, multiple months. Right now I have a quarter worth of in here, so that should get me a long ways. But if so, I'll print out the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? So some of this stuff is testing. I know this works, things like that. But I don't want to print things monthly. I would like to print things quarterly. So that's my plan. If this works out, I will go ahead and print the rest of the year of these. This is January and February, so 2 months should get me by. This, I have a couple more of these, so if this works, I have a quarter's worth. I have January, February, and March already printed. It's just being held in my blank insert folder, so that'll be fine. I have a few more of these that'll get me through a couple of months. So I have a couple of months to test it out before I would need to print anything else for my 2025 tracking or my 2025 setup. Now, not my monthly setup, but my 2025 setup. So I hope I did a better job that time. It seemed to be a little more put together, or my brain seemed to function a little better. So if you have any questions, you can always put them down below. I always answer questions, or you can come see me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for my decoration for January. I did print out Southern Belle Plan's her dashboards, but I don't know, some reason I'm not vibing with it. I love all of her stuff. And I did order her January kit, and I will be using that in my inserts. Like my monthly, my weekly, my monthly, and my dailies. I'll be using her January kit. But I don't know. I didn't like the dashboards. I think I want something I want some floral. I've been wanting floral for a minute. And so I need to find some winter floral, I think. I like this, but it's a little more fall-y. So I think I'm going to find some winter floral and see if I can find anything like that. All right. So if you have any questions, like I said, put them below. I hope that made sense. I hope this helps somebody. And until next time, y'all.